All right. We are recording, but it's not showing the transcription. That's very concerned. All right, should be a pretty quick all stack today. Just some housekeeping items. We are back in substantial compliance. So we were put back in substantial compliance via a desk review. So they called us on the phone. So we're back in compliance as of July 2nd. The other update is that we went from a 1-star and we're a 2-star. So we're moving in the right direction, right? Yes? Yeah? Okay. So here's how it works. So CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, they used to base this based upon 3 survey cycles. Now they base it on 2 survey cycles. So the points that we received for our last survey where we got 9 tags was a total of 44 points. But the previous survey and complaints that we had was a total of 235 points. So basically we got to continue to do the progress that we're doing. So next year when we have the survey, and if we have a 9-tag survey again, this building will be a star. So from 1-star with a red hand to a 5-star, give you guys some applause. Come on. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work for everybody, but it's what it tells you. And this is what the corporate office sees from this building that they didn't see previously. If you know, previous to July of 2022 is consistency. You don't want to operate in a building that's doing this, ebbing and flowing. You want to keep census right where it's at. You want to try to keep staffing right where it's at, because this is less felt. Yes or no? Yes. You guys feel this? Does everybody feel this? We don't like this, do we? So what do we choose? We choose this, but it requires that consistency. So those are the updates. The training and service that I'm going to be providing today is going to be on the benefits of the social services and activities department. They are not here right now, but I'm going to read what it is that they wrote. Does everybody know who our activities director is for the building?
Who is it? Bridget.
Bridget Hughes, yes. So this is from Bridget's own words. The importance of the activities in long-term care, engaging in social and independent leisure pursuits is an indicator of quality of life and social well-being. You're going to see a theme that rolls through all of activities, and I hope you hear purpose. Purpose. Engagement in activities beyond routine primary care is an important indicator of quality of life. It is important that residents can choose what activities they want to partake in, and that the activities amount to something is important for improving a sense of purpose and positive self-image. Residents with dementia and cognitive deficits express a positive effect much more often during times of activity than during unoccupied times. And when can we do an activity? When?
Anytime.
Who said anytime?
Your old activity director.
Okay, anytime. That's absolutely right. At any time you can do an activity. What can an activity be? Okay. Give me some examples of some activities that you could do anytime.
Reading, puzzles.
Picking up a book that is on the resident shelf that they truly enjoy, maybe even though they've heard it for the 3,000th time. Is that an activity?
Yep.
Do they enjoy it? Right. And so is that meaningful and purposeful for them? Right? Really important. We have smart TVs. If you had an Elvis fan and you wanted to have them watch Jailhouse Rock, could you find Jailhouse Rock on YouTube? When was the last time they saw Elvis in black and white? Is it an activity? Is it purposeful? Is it meaningful? How do you think that person's going to feel and react if you put on Jailhouse Rock if their love is for the king of rock? Right? Light up. Is your shift going to go easier or is it going to go harder? Because here's the joy of it. The joy is this. You get to see them light up. What happens when you see your residents light up? Who else lights up? Because who are you? Caregivers. Oh my gosh. That's exactly right. So keeping residents with dementia and cognitive deficits busy with either group one-on-one or activities can reduce resident falls. Ongoing activity programs that accommodate individual residents' interests enhances their physical and psychological well-being. Studies show that residents with Alzheimer's disease showed significantly increased positive effects and decreased agitated behavior when activities were tailored to their skill level and style of interest. In conclusion, activities that are appropriate to the residents' competencies, needs, and preferences promote their sense of purpose, self-esteem, comfort, education, creativity, success, and their independence. If you don't know that resident, say it's a new resident, where can you find out information before you even go into that resident room so you can find out something that you could potentially connect to as your caregiver heart? They're playing Cardex. It's under activities and it's called My Story. You've heard me use this example before. You're going in cold. I never go into a room cold. If, for example, I'm seeing someone they're from Lansing, Michigan, and I happen to spend a summer in Michigan. I don't care if it's in Lansing or what. Do I have something in common with them? Do you think they want to talk about Michigan? Good chance. Is your shift going to go easier or is it going to go harder? How's that person going to feel? They're going to feel heard. They're going to feel supported. Yes or no? So do we understand the importance of the activities and making sure that residents get, especially on day shift, get to the activities that are scheduled? Whose responsibility is it to get people to the activities that are scheduled? Everybody say caregivers. We're all caregivers. Everybody do this. We're all caregivers. Come on now. We're all caregivers. I know it's 6 a.m. in the morning, but I've been up since 4 a.m. So let's keep going. Come on now. All right. Social services. Social services. I don't wake up this way. I can tell you that right now. It takes me about 45 minutes to start working. All right, social services. Who are our social services in the building? We don't call them social workers. Why don't we call them social workers? Because they're not licensed. You either have to have a bachelor's, you have to have a bachelor's in social work or a master's in social work to call and licensed in order to call them social workers. So we call them social services department. So we have a social services coordinator and we have a social services director. So social services coordinator is a joint led department. Social services coordinator is Susie Wise. Social services director is Joyce Milbrandt. So I'm going to read what they wrote and then I'll give you my input on social services because social services is absolutely near and dear to my heart. Social services and long-term care facility are crucial for residents' overall well-being and quality of life, addressing not just medical needs, but also emotional, social, and psychological well-being. And it says social worker. Individuals in the social services department in these settings play a vital role in supporting residents and their families, promoting independence, and ensuring residents receive the necessary resources and support. Notice you're going to hear underline this one is support. Activities purpose, social services is support. Here's a more detailed look at the importance of social services and long-term care. Addressing emotional and social needs, combating isolation and depression. Social services help residents adjust to their new environment, reducing feelings of isolation and loneliness, which are common in long-term care settings. The amazing thing is that when you partner activities with social services, you're giving them purpose, support, and you're helping and assisting with their mood and their well-being. Yes? Mental health support. They address mental health issues like depression and anxiety, providing counseling and support to help residents cope with challenges. We don't have to have a licensed mental health counselor to come in and provide services. Social services can provide those services. They are not licensed. They're not clinical, but can anybody talk to another human being? Yes or no? That's what we're doing. They don't treatment plan. They don't provide the clinical aspect. So I want to reinforce, they don't provide the clinical aspect of it, but can they hold someone's hand? Can they talk to them about their past? Can they help them through the grieving process? Can all of us help an individual through their grieving process? Is it possible that all of us are operating in social services without knowing it? Is it possible that all of us are operating in the activities department without knowing it? Promoting social interaction. Social services facilitates social activities and interactions, fostering a sense of community and belonging among residents. Advocating for resident rights and needs. Ensuring dignity and respect. Man, we've talked about this one, right? Dignity, great customer service, dignity, poor dignity potentially can lead to what? Abuse, neglect. So we want to stay on the customer service side, right? Let's stay on the customer service side. Navigating complexities. Man, how many complexities is there to navigate when you come into the world of long-term care? This is a different element to the hospital. True transition happens here at this environment, does not happen at the hospital. Family members that come from the hospital or the residents that come from the hospital, they've had one nurse, one CNA for what, 4 people, maybe, right? At the same time, they've had their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They've been able to choose exactly what it is they want. There's a lot of challenges that come, and social services helps people with navigating this world of long-term care. Part of that transition is helping them out with support and resources like Medicaid, helping them out with their long-term care insurance, and communicating their insurance needs, but their psychosocial and mental health needs as well. Facilitating communication. How important is communication? It is the most important thing that we have is communication. Social services acts as a bridge between residents, families, and the care team, ensuring open communication and shared decision-making. So they are part of the interdisciplinary team, supporting residents' independence and quality of life, individualized care planning. Social services assess residents' needs and preferences, contributing to individualized care plans that promote their autonomy and well-being. Connecting with community resources, they connect residents with relevant community resources such as transportation, support groups, recreational activities. Promoting meaningful activities. Social services encourage residents to participate in meaningful activities, hobbies, and social events that enhance the quality of life. You can have a group, right? You could have a men's group. You can have a women's group. You can have a meditation group. These are things that social services can lead. Activities can lead it as well. But does it help improve the person's well-being? Is it focused on their person's well-being? Creating a welcoming atmosphere. Social services contributes to a therapeutic environment that is welcoming, supportive, and conducive to residents' well-being. Facilitating family involvement. It is so important to have family involvement. Yes or no? Have you had those residents or have you had those family members where they maybe haven't, they're really, really involved, but yet they don't really know what's going on in the care plan, but yet they think they do? Chances are social services probably hasn't been there to be that lubrication or that glue, however you choose to look at it. But I'll tell you what, if there's great communication between social services and family, they tend to look away from the meal, let's say that was 10 minutes late, or mom or dad wasn't changed or didn't get their pills but 5 or 10 minutes late. I'm just saying that makes a big difference when we connect, and this is all relational. Promoting a person-centered approach. We've talked about this too, person-centered care. Social services ensures that residents are at the center of their care, promoting a person-centered approach that respects their individual needs and preferences. In essence, social services and long-term care are not just an add-on, they are an integral part of a comprehensive care, ensuring that residents' social, emotional, and psychosocial needs are addressed alongside with their medical needs. I always see social services, and I came from social services. Social services is also an overglorified gopher. I want you to know that anything that the nursing department doesn't do, who do you think picks it up? Social services picks it up. And that includes like shopping for weird items, going out and helping residents with spend downs, communicating with families. A big one is the grievance forms. Who's our grievance officers in the building? Social services. What's our response time to respond to a grievance? No one? No one? We actually have 5 days to complete a grievance. The same thing is with risk managements. They're seen exactly the same. Really, really important. When you get a complaint or a concern, try to address it the best you can in that moment. Why? Why? Instead of telling them, hey, you know what? This happened on Friday at 7 p.m., but that's okay. Social services gets to at 9 a.m. on Monday. Who now has that concern that's hanging out for the entire weekend? And guess what it was? It was a missing blue sock when they already had the red sock. Would it be easier for you to go to the laundry and go, look, and I know I said it was a sock, but let's say it was a shirt. And we'll use a current example. We have a resident right now who has golf pants and a golf shirt that's very personal to that individual. That shirt is missing. Has anybody looked All I can tell you is I've read it in the 72-hour report. We see everything that you guys are doing as long as it's documented every single day the next day, or if it's on Monday, 72 hours. Have we looked for that golf shirt? How important is that golf shirt to that individual? What did that golf shirt mean? What if it was a golf shirt that this person ended up watching Tiger Woods or whatever, and or maybe played, and maybe that was the day that that person got their hole in one? How much more important is that golf shirt? Anybody? Is it important for us to go and use our best assets? You know what? We got two amazing assets in this environment. You know what they are? You got to use these first, don't you? Go to the source. Use your feet. Go. Get confirmation, right? This is also closed loop communication too. Then use your eyes. We had a situation that happened when I came out on night shift. Was it last Monday? I was told and reported that there was a resident, I won't say who it was, that was out of the building. Out of the building, it was 4:30 a.m. And so the person asked me, what's the response? What's the response for handling this? It was a nurse. What's the response for handling this? So the first thing I would do is I'd look at the care plan. Look at the care plan to see whether or not the person is able to leave independently, right? So if they're able to leave independently, did they sign the sign out book, right? Because do we want to necessarily always add the bells and whistles? When in doubt, add the bells and whistles, okay? But what's the best asset that we have? Because it was now, they said that was last reported, the person left and was not back at 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. They're bringing it to my attention at 4:30 a.m. What's the best asset we have? I went through that whole process. I forgot, because it's got to be trust and verify. Nurses, trust and verify. CNAs, trust and verify. I went and looked at 4:45 a.m. and we were about ready to call the police, call the family member, and get all the boys in blue and everybody else here at the same time. Got up, used my best assets, went into that room, opened the door. Hope this makes sense. Does this make sense to go and look? Is it important for us to go and look? Is it important when things like that come up that we use our best assets? The same thing is when you have a concern form, what should we do? Address it to the best of our ability in that moment. Do you want to wait over the weekend? Do you want to wait overnight? Especially when it comes to something that could be important as someone's golf shirt that maybe they scored a hole in one. So I hope this is hitting home the importance of social services activity and everything that we do here, because we are caregivers. This is exactly what we do. So before Carrie starts in her portion, I'm going to go through my last little bit. So employee birthdays for the month of August. We have Kwame Horton, Anna Bulduck, Caleb Cardenas, Bernard Wattiari, Danielle Cardwell, Nicholas James, Vilma Zambrano. Hope I'm pronouncing everything correctly. Alice Taylor, Martha Gonzalez, and this is the one I have a really hard time with. So Andre, if I butcher it, I apologize. Andre Snortson. I think so. All right. I'm speaking to you, Andre. I'm speaking to you. You better be watching this. All right. Gotta make it fun. Otherwise, you guys will fall asleep on me. I know you guys just woke up. I get it. I understand. All right. So for anniversaries, Amanda Hayner, 1 year. Stephanie Salmon, 2 years. Shalia Nakahiki, 2 years. Hannah McIntosh, 2 years. Susanna Diaz, 4 years. Laura Park, 6 years. Blanca Gates in the kitchen, 11 years. And Pam Ogden, physical therapy assistant, 18 years in this building, walking these halls. So the shining star of the month, and we're not dismissed, nurses, CNAs, pretty much everybody here probably except for Cindy. Everybody else stick around. So the shining star of the month, this is voted by the residents for the staff member that they feel have touched their hearts. have demonstrated and displayed that idea of what it means to be a caregiver, not necessarily to go above and beyond, but to make something purposeful and meaningful to them, even in the midst of their busy and productive jobs. And that goes out to Angela Moham. Congratulations. The Employee of the Month. Remember, I don't know if you guys watch AGT or not. America's Got Talent. If you don't vote, it doesn't happen. I don't know, Howie Mandel. So there's voting. Make sure that you vote for the Employee of the Month. The Employee of the Month, I got to tell you, this person is quietly and silently excellent. You will agree with me when I tell you this person's name. Stays under the radar, but absolutely touches the residents' hearts each and every day with this quiet, silent, consistent work that she does. And that goes out to Anna Bulldog. All right, Karen, you're on.
So the first thing I did is all of you people.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait. Trust and verify.
Ugh. So, I just woke up too, so I apologize. Before I. There, did I get it?
You did. You shut it down. Now I gotta put it back on.
Look at first thing in the morning.
It didn't quite get into booger land or anything like that, so.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
God, I cleared him. Guys, what an awesome job that every single one of you guys. Okay, I have 30 years of experience under my belt. Okay? Even more than that, I used to be, and in long-term care, I went from CNA to Med Aid to. And guys who have stuck around know that I fought for 2.5 years, not. But I'm going to tell you that's the best decision.
I know what you
This building wows me every day to see how much heart is here, see how much compassion and loyalty is here. Do we have bad days? Every single day sometimes. But do we still keep showing up? We do. And that's for the residents. Okay. My job is not, I'm out there on the floor. I see what you guys are doing. I'm answering lights because to me, the best DNS that I've ever followed was one that did this. Okay. Not one that sat behind their computer and dictated things. There's going to be some things that you guys feel like you don't have time for, or that's not a good ask or whatever. But I want to tell you something. I'm not going to ever ask you guys to do something that I would not be willing to do myself. Okay. My door is an open door policy. You guys can come and vent. You guys can come and do whatever you want. A lot of times I'm going to ask that you have a solution behind that vent. Okay. What's going to make it better for you? What does excellent look like? What can I do to help you? I know you guys want me to solve every problem. I don't have the bandwidth to do that. I don't know what it's like until you tell me. I have, and if it's after hours, send me a note under my door. I look and dissect and investigate every single note that I get, even if I'm not here. We started a program where all of us, interdisciplinary department heads, are going to drop in after hours, on weekends, and things like that, because there's a need. There's a need to provide support. There's also a need to address situations that have been going on that are against policy. Okay. One of the things I'm going to tell you is that these meetings are mandatory. Okay. But I know that life happens out there. Your responsibility is to contact Ellen, Jessica, or myself to let me know that you're not going to be there. Okay. But it doesn't stop there, because we go over stuff that you are going to be held accountable for. That's why we tape it. Yeah, we have what I'm gonna go over, I don't want to play hardball, but this is the last chance education piece. Okay? And if education does not work, it goes into disciplinary action. That's how I roll. Okay? I'm not gonna keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking when I know it's not doing any good. So it would behoove you to listen, ask questions, participate in these meetings because it directly affects you. Any questions in regards to that? Okay. On that note, you guys, I'm gonna go on vacation. I fly out Thursday. I will not be back until the 26th. So you get a 2-week break from me, thank God, right? All right. Stephanie is going to be acting DNS while I'm gone. Please give her the same respect that you always give me. Okay. I would love to say that I'm gonna be available by phone, but that'd be a lie. I'm not. I am totally unplugging. Where am I going? I'm going to Hawaii. I have not had a vacation since pre-COVID. And I'm getting kind of crunchy. So with that being said, I have some things. How I formulate or get this list is from all of you, or things that I notice myself. These things, if even after today, if there's something that you need to have brought up the next meeting, if it's okay to save it, I will. If it's not, I will address the individual right then and there. Okay. First and foremost, we're getting really good at this, but we still need to remember that shower sheet completion is a must. Okay. Even if they refuse. And Danielle, tell me how many times they get to refuse. 3. And then after the 3rd time, what do they have to do? If someone refused 3 times your shower, what's the next step? Okay. Hannah, what's the next step after they refuse? Go to the charge nurse, okay? And then make sure, charge nurses, that you're documenting this, okay? Because we have a stand-up process now when we all huddle in the conference room Monday through Friday. We're not watching soap operas and eating bonbons. We're dissecting all of the documentation, going through all the systems to make us as great as we are. Because honestly,
rehash the great work you have done.
Exactly. Because I don't even know if you know how remarkable it is that we went from a red hand 1 star to potentially looking at a 5-star. When I first started here, you guys, we had 20 something residents. And I kept asking, are they going to close the doors? Are they going to close the doors? I have never worked in a building with that low census. Now we're above 60 most of the time. Aspiration precautions. This is a big one, guys. And the one that needs clarification. There is only one resident here on aspiration precautions. Anybody know who it is?
Don't say the name. Thank you.
Nope.
In the 100 hall.
Huh? 112. And we're trying our best to get her off because she's a lot better than when she came in here. She came from lower level of care to here, and she's doing a lot better. Go figure. Okay. It's because of your guys' great work. Now, when someone is on aspiration precautions, that means that they are one-on-one. That means that the CNA cannot feed anybody else other than that one-on-one. Focus is there. Why? Because they're in aspiration precautions. Now, we have people in the assisted dining room. I'm not going to name names but I'm going to tell you that it is 315 and then a couple of other people that I don't know room numbers because I don't operate that way. But there is 3, right? 2. Okay, so there's 2. That means one CNA can feed both of them. It's not one-on-one because they don't have aspiration precautions. They have physical needs. They have blindness. They have a physical, they're not able to do it. So one person can feed up to 4 to 5 people at one time. One person. It's not a one-on-one. Okay. Do you understand the difference? So I know 112 takes a long time. I know it. Guys are better than me sometimes. You guys are better than me sometimes, but I do appreciate it. But honestly, we're trying to get her out for aspiration professions because she needs to be supervised, but she doesn't need to be one-on-one. And in order to do that, we need to do it through speech. Okay. Another one, CNAs. You cannot, regardless if I tell you, regardless if Alan tells you, regardless of charge nurses tell you, you cannot apply any creams or anything that have medication in them. That's zinc, that's triad, that's any of the other things. Okay. Oh, just go ahead and do that. That's preparation H. Those are all medicated. Okay. What's the one thing that you can do?
Can we get a better barrier cream? It doesn't.
I will, Jennifer, I will look into that.
Okay.
Absolutely. But if they're, barrier creams are not the end all. You have to do the cleaning and the changing and everything first too. Okay. But yes, I will look into that. Working together as partners. You guys, come on. Y'all want lunches. Y'all want breaks. Y'all are busy with showers. You have more people than just you on the hall. Communicate. Okay, I don't care that you like them, don't like them, they irritate you, they're whatever. Communicate. If you guys are gonna, yeah, Anna, come on now, really, Mary, please. But you guys know that we are looking at call lights more than ever before.
Every day.
Okay. I came in yesterday to see 112. It was her birthday. I stopped by here, scared poor Angela to death. I go, hey, there's a call light. It's been on 16 minutes. Walkie, we know you're busy and it's not, please, you guys, it gives me a rash like never before. It's not my resident. Here's my philosophy. Every single one of us has residents 101 to 315 too. I do not care if you're not assigned to them. Okay. Work together. It'll be much better. And you're not helping each other out. You're helping the resident out. Someone who is in dire need to go to the bathroom and we're worried that they're incontinent. Well, if I had to wait 25 minutes to pee, I can guarantee you I'll be incontinent. Okay. Yeah. And what I do, I walk down the hall and there's probably 3 out of the 5 call lights that are on is something simple. Will you tell my med aid this? Sure, I will. Will you shut this off? Will you close this?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So all of us as a team, teamwork is what I believe in. I'm not just blowing smoke. Teamwork is what I believe in. And I hope that those of you that work with me see that every day. I do not like being in my office. And if you catch me in my office, you're lucky because usually I'm out on the floor. Mentors. We put a program in place to help you guys. Okay. Yes, there are kinks. With any new program, there are going to be kinks. But what I'm going to tell you is that we have empowered them with if the assignment has been made and somebody gets called out, Hannah has an emergency, Danielle has an emergency. The mentors are going to reschedule you guys. Please give them the same respect as you would give a charge nurse. Okay. They're just trying to help you. And what they're trying to do is that they're trying to take that away from the charge nurses because the charge nurses cannot do it all. Okay. That doesn't mean that all of us get the authority to change schedules. Okay. We have not given that to you. It's the charge nurse or the mentor changing schedules. Yes, I've heard your complaints about mentors. We are working on that as well. Okay. It's a new program. Weights and vital signs. Please make sure that you are weighing everybody by the 7th of the month. Everybody, regardless of how many times they normally get weighed, have to be weighed by the 7th of the month. Vital signs, they are due at the beginning, not the end of your shift. And I'll tell you why with that. If someone is going south, if someone is near an emergency, you guys catch it, they have 103 temperature. You don't tell anybody till the end of your shift. There's a lot of hours in there that we could have helped them. If they have a blood pressure of 80/40 and it doesn't happen until the end of the shift, we could have dealt with it. And sometimes, depending on how quickly they're transitioning to the next level, we could have prevented it. Okay? HIPAA. What is HIPAA? We can be on the call, we can be on the walkie and say, 302 is having a BM and get in here, and right? That's cool, right? I hope to God that when I get to a nursing home, nobody is telling bowel movements about me or how combative or how much I'm in pain or anything like that.
Whoa, did you see that one come out of Carrie?
I know. I seriously, I mean, you guys, they live here, right? The residents live here. Do you think they don't know the room numbers? They know them better than me. Do you not think they don't know the language that we use and all of that? I just really think before you use the walkie. The walkies are a wonderful communication tool, but honestly, not everything needs to be on there. I know, but that's part of your uniform, okay? And if I have to track you guys down because you're not using a walkie or earbuds or whatever, we've already talked about it. So what's the next step? Okay? Then you need to let me know. I'm here at 7:30, so I know it's an hour and a half into your shift, but let me know. Okay?
Put more on the floor, on Friday, but you guys need more, just let us know.
Okay, so that concludes CNAs. So med aids and nurses, stay for me.
Thank you, experts.
I'll talk to Alan about it. I don't know what's available. Okay. Okay, and this is great that 7 through 11 won't take very long at all. I know. I'm hurrying, Christine. I'm hurrying. Restocking meds and treatment carts. You guys got it. You guys. Okay.
But she's talking to
But I'm recording, so a lot of this stuff.
TV land right now.
Okay. So hi TV land. But yeah. Emptying garbages, making sure we're set up. Water pitchers, the whole shebang. Okay. Reading and updating care plans. That's self-explanatory. They change all the time. People change all the time. So you need to take a look. You're held responsible for what's on that care plan, whether you knew it was there or not. And why didn't you know it was there? Didn't know it was there because you didn't read it. Vaccines. If the vaccine, and it happens, I don't want to see it happen, but if it happens, especially with T that we're setting it. Today, they went out to the hospital, they went out to he sent 48 hours later, there's another. Okay? And then when you're doing vaccines, make sure that you're reading it and putting under the vaccine, documented under the vaccine tab. Okay? Ordering medications timely. This is a huge one, med aids, since none of you are in this meeting. When it gets to the last line, that's when it's reorder time. And not one person is responsible for it. Jenny on evening shift is not the only one responsible for it. Anybody in that cart, anybody passing that med, and it gets to the last strip is responsible for it. Okay, the questions on that? And then the other thing for you nurses is that Kaiser Labs. Okay, if they're done by Kaiser, do not need to be printed out and given to Takano. She's getting frustrated about it because she gets thousands of them. They are able to access their own team.
Should we give those to the RCMs this time?
I would would give it to them if there is like a critical or out of range or something like that. Okay, that would be the only thing. I know it's printed off and I give it to you guys just note it and then just toss it, because what happens is that there is, Kaiser has their own system, they're able to access it. The only time Tucano needs it is if, because, Kaiser's only here Monday through Friday in the morning, like early morning. If they have a stat lab, which Kaiser doesn't do, Kashi. If it's Kashi, then of course, because they don't have access to that system. Any questions? All right, done. Thank you.
Now I'm warming up.
Well, you closed it and, hang on. No, I did. It looks like